Why are we at World Travel Market? Because it's the place where the world meets. It gives us the opportunity to get our message out there. We need to talk with all the stakeholders, the whole chain within the tourism industry. It's a great way for us to, well, for me to find out what's happening, find out the trends as well. I feel like you kind of plug your fingers into the current now of tourism, what's happening when we come here. And the internet and webinars can only do so much, and really you need to talk and sit down with people, find out what they're thinking, what they're feeling about Ecuador, how we can improve our product, what we can do better to promote the product in the UK and globally, really, because it's such a global marketplace here. We're doing a great campaign. We started with a kind of historically the biggest campaign that Ecuador's ever done, which is a reflection of the government's priority of investing in tourism and seeing it as a real key industry for the future of the country. And so we've started that last year with All You Need Is Ecuador, which has gone really well. And we've doing an evolution of that called Feel Again, which is kind of concentrated with something called the Feel Again project, which is a cultural, artistic project bringing different creative influences from 4 different countries, our 4 main markets, to the country. We split them up. They traveled around the 4 worlds of Ecuador over a week. Did some amazing things, amazing experiences, and the idea was to try and communicate not just what the country looks like, but what it feels like to travel, what the experience is, the emotions, and that way connect with people a bit more on an emotional level, which we think is very important for inspiring them to travel to our country. Well, in terms of new products, I think something for the UK market that's got a lot of attention over the last couple of years is the train journeys. We've got an amazing railway. The government spent maybe $300 million on rehabilitating the whole route right down from the coast up to the Andes. Fantastic trips. You can do 4-day trips, 1-day trips, and a really amazing way of seeing the country. Quito, the capital up in the Andes, has had a lot of rehabilitation work as well, regeneration. On the Old Town, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, beautiful. UK tourists love it, and they're very surprised by it. They don't know about it, and when they get there, they're kind of blown away. They're nice new boutique hotels in the Old Town, small-scale hotels, which again British travellers tend to enjoy more than American chains that we also have. And we've been launching a product called Ecuador Land of Chocolate. And of course we know that everybody loves chocolate, makes you happy, keeps you healthy, lives longer. Good chocolate, not just any chocolate. It turns out that Ecuador has this wonderful export product that people have got more and more interested in. There's more fine chocolate around, and it turns out also that Ecuador as a country is where chocolate comes from. And the plant grew in Ecuador. The oldest archaeological findings of chocolate in the world are in Ecuador. So we thought it was high time we actually put together a tourism product of how you go and explore, how do you taste chocolate. You can have a chocolate tasting in a restaurant, you can have desserts, you can have a whole meal made up of cacao, the plant, and chocolate. And then you can do kind of rural tourism, like a wine tourism, very similar, where you go out to rural areas and you're shown how you make chocolate, how the bean becomes a bar, and that's a very positive thing for lots of rural communities that get added income and feel as if their industry is valued more. So we're pretty excited about that, and we've had a lot of interest at the stand here in WTM. We can't give away the chocolate fast enough. I think we're going to have to charge tomorrow because we won't have any left. In terms of airlift, that we've got our main destination is always going to be the States. There's a lot of good connectivity in the States, and we confirmed JetBlue are going to start a new route from Fort Lauderdale, and American Airlines are starting a new route from Dallas-Fort Worth, which is great. It connects with Asia, very important for us. Copa, working out of Panama, are improving a lot of connectivity, and they're doing a code share with Lufthansa. And we're looking, hopefully we'll have good news this year. We've been talking with one of the airlines quite close in Europe to signing a deal, but I can't tell you who that is yet. But it's always going to be a key decision-making factor for the traveller, and we're working really hard with the industry, with the airports, with the airlines on making that happen and improving it very soon for hopefully a UK flight as well to Quito.